Welcome back to another video, guys. My name is DMoney. I stream on Twitch every single day, playing mostly Hearthstone, and I did peak at rank number 7 with this new Highlander Paladin list. I wanted to bring it to you guys, help you out, help you guys learn how to play it a little better. As you can see right here at the top left, I am currently number 9. I finished the stream at number 7 yesterday, and I DK'd overnight, but I've been finding a lot of success with this list, over 60% win rate. If you are not subscribed to my YouTube and you are not liking the video, I would really appreciate it if you could. Really makes me want to keep posting more content and helps me out immensely. This is the first deck guide of hopefully many. If you guys like it below, please let me know, and I will totally make more. So let's dive into the first step right here, which is the deck overview. So as you can see right here at the with the mana curve at the top right, it has a lot of early / mid game, and then it falls off a little bit towards the end, but it still has a little bit of juice in the 6 and 7 drops as well. So the basic strategy of this deck is it's a tempo based deck. So you do have that mid-game pressure, you do have that early to mid-game pressure, so you just want to be playing minions on curve most of the time and beating your opponent down. But you do also have a decent amount of removal tools like Zeph, Lord Barov, Consecration, and Avenging Wrath as well. You also do have the Broomstick, which can allow you to clear off a lot of big boards. Also, yes. Step number 2 is the Mulligan. I want to let you guys know about the Mulligan, help you out a little bit. So the Mulligan for this deck is kind of straightforward. For the most part, it's basically, the Mulligan for any deck is matchup based. So if you're going against a weapon heavy class like Shaman, Warrior, or Demon Hunter, you're going to want to Mulligan more heavily for the Ooze and Sticky Finger that are in the deck. Those cards, of course, are going to be key cards in those matchups, but you do want to make sure that you have a pretty solid opener as well. So you want to be always looking for a 1-drop. Basically, First Day of School is a 1-drop as well, and Blazing Battle Mage. Not really looking for Aug Merchant at the beginning, but it's still not horrible to play on turn 1. You do have some pretty solid 2-drops that you can just play on curve, like Murgur McGurgle, Red Scale Dragon Tamer, Sir Finley. Those are all good 2-drops to either coin out or play on turn 2. Sometimes you could coin out a 2-drop and then go into a Hand of Adal the next turn. Usually a pretty good sequence. But then you also do have a solid 3-drop pool with the Goody 2 Shields, Soleil's Pride. Frozen Shadow Weaver is another card that comes to mind when you're playing against a weapon-heavy class, but you do want to make sure that you have a solid early game still. So sometimes I will even throw away Shadow Weaver in certain matchups like Demon Hunter just to get that early game pressure, maybe find Sir Finley to upgrade our hero power and stuff along those lines. You also do have the High Abyss Allura in the deck, which if I have the coin, I will likely keep Allura as long as I have some kind of other turn 2 or turn 1 play. Of course, the nuts is having First Day of School along with Allura, so you can coin into Allura, play First Day of School, have a very buffed Allura, or just clear the board as well in the process. I do like keeping Allura a lot with the coin. You could typically get out a spell afterwards, or even just bait out removal. Force your opponent to kill a high priority target like Allura. It's pretty nice. You can also do Allura coin into Braggart. That is a very popular play. So maybe you keep those 2 in the Mulligan. It will make your starting hand a little less powerful, but you may pick up some juice along the way. So next I wanted to cover Sir Finley. A lot of people underrate this card, and I feel like he's one of the best cards in the entire deck. Highlander cards are supposed to be one of the most powerful cards in the deck because that's the whole reason why you're making the deck around them. And Sir Finley is very, very strong, and another reason why he's so strong is because there's no current way to upgrade your hero power in Standard besides Sir Finley. So the access to the upgraded hero power is something that nobody else is going to have access to, and it can be very game-winning. I did just want to talk about the choices that you get with Sir Finley and help you out, try to make it a little clearer for you on which one you should take. So in a matchup like this against a Shaman, we see that there's a heal, totem, and +2/+2 attack, +2 armor. So against a Shaman, Shamans are really going to be, if they have the board, they're going to really win anyway. So having that extra health is really typically not going to matter. I mean, maybe at a certain point in certain situations, it could be the correct pick. But typically you're going to want to go for a hero power that can clean up the board of the Shaman. So something like Dire Shapeshift, where you get the +2 attack, +2 armor. Also the Demon Hunter hero power as well. Fire Blast, which is the mage one. And also the Rogue Weapon is not too bad as well. You just want to pick whatever hero power really is good for that certain matchup. So for instance, against an OTK Demon Hunter, I'm always going for a very aggressive hero power. So either the Demon Hunter one or the Ballista Shot, which is Hunter hero power, which is upgraded to 3 damage. And it just helps you beat down the Demon Hunter before they get to their combo. So it really depends on what the matchup is, but basically you want to look out for Totemic Slam. Never choose that one. Don't choose Totemic Slam, which is the Shaman hero power. And also, you probably don't want to pick the Soul Tap, which is the upgraded Life Tap, the Warlock hero power. Even though drawing cards seems pretty good, this is a tempo-based deck, so you're going to want to be putting pressure on your opponent basically every turn, and that's going to slow you down quite a bit. Of course, it can be good in certain situations where you don't have any cards in your hand, maybe later on in the game if you draw the Finley at that point. But for the most part, you're not going to be using your hero power too much because you're going to want to play your minions on curve, so I don't recommend those 2 hero powers at all. And yeah, it really depends on your matchup. If you're going against a very aggressive deck, of course you want to go for the Restore Health or the Tank Up hero power to give you some armor. But yeah, typically you want to go for the damage hero powers. Ballista Shot is very, very strong, so I would not underrate it. And also the Demon Hunter hero power, I think, is the strongest one in my opinion. Unless you're against OTK Demon Hunter, then I would choose Ballista Shot always, but the flexibility of a 1-mana hero power that does 2 damage is just so strong. It'll allow you to play your minions on curve still and weave in that hero power to get rid of things off the board or just push an extra 2 damage each turn, which is definitely a lot. If you've played against Hunters, they're always wanting to press that hero power button because 2 damage to the face is just a lot. The last thing I wanted to cover are the few combos that you have with the deck. Of course, there can be more combos when you generate random things, like with First Day of School or Underlight Angling Rod. But for the most part, there are a few combos that are built into the deck that could help you out quite a bit. One example would be Barov, Lord Barov. So Barov has a few different ways to activate him to get him to clear the whole entire board. You have Broomstick to trade him in. You have Consecration to combo with him pretty well. And you also have Avenging Wrath with Barov as well, which are all very efficient ways to clear the board and also push a little extra damage. Another cute little combo that you should be aware of is when you're playing against a rogue and they have the coin, they're most likely going to get out a big Edwin pretty early on. So keeping Argent Braggart always seems like a good idea against a rogue with a coin. And then you could also do a cute little combo with the Argent Braggart plus Broomstick to trade into the Edwin, or if you want to get even more fancy and you're even better at drawing, you can get the Guardian Og Merchant out as well with the Braggart and the Broom, trade into the Edwin, and then you basically have your own Edwin. And then your opponent concedes, and it feels really good. So you might be saying to yourself, but D-Money, that's 3 cards. That seems very unlikely that you're going to get all 3 cards in your hand, but it's really not as unlikely as you'd think because of a card like Saleh's Pride, which will draw you 2 of your 1-health minions, and there are only 4 1-health minions. You have Murgur McGurgle, Braggart, Og Merchant, and the Broomstick. So your odds of getting 1 or more of these are pretty high. So yeah, just want to look out for those key cards in those certain matchups and those little combos that you could do. And that's really it. Most of the deck is just really playing tempo based and making smart decisions with your trades. You do want to, of course, you want to trade sometimes with this deck, but mostly you are looking at the face and trying to just keep as much pressure on your opponent as possible. And sometimes you do have to trade to create that pressure to build up that big board. Especially against a Shaman, you're probably going to want to remove a lot of their minions and make not as wide as a board, just make like some big things. So probably looking at something like Allura into Braggart is always a really good thing against Shaman. Of course, they have Revolve where they can discover things with Fireheart, but yeah, you do want to be pretty aggressive with this deck. But you also do have those late game tools. You have a few late game tools like Tyrion and Dragon Queen Alexstrasza that can help you get that extra value to push through to the end. So overall, I've been loving this deck, and I hope that you love it too. And I would love to hear what you think below, if you think I could do something better on the next deck review, or if you have any questions about the deck, I'd love to answer them below in the comments section, or you could check out my Twitch stream. I do stream every single day. The link will be in the description as well. And I will also put the deck code in the comments, so check that out there. Yeah, I hope you have the best of luck with the deck. I have been doing really well with it and having a great time, so good luck on the ladder, and thank you so much for watching. Peace out.